Star Wars Tabletop Gaming is proudly supported by Gatekeeper Games, your key to gaming unplugged. A tabletop games store offering a friendly atmosphere for people to buy and play their games in the north of Fitzroy.
Cool. So, now, my question to you. You've already answered this. Imperials or Rebels, and why?
Rebels.
Rebels. I'm Rebels too.
Because Mike wants Imperials.
Okay,
and I couldn't take that away from him. He's such an Imperial guy. He loves it.
It's just everything he is Imperial.
He is. You know, I've always been Rebels or Scum in my other ships, and I really wanted to give Imperials a try, but he was just like, nah, man.
That's it. You can use my Imperials if you want. I'll share. Take them to tournaments and stuff, because I'm going to be running snow speeders just all over the place.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I actually really, because when I first wanted to do Imperials, I was like, oh, there's going to be so many colour schemes I can do. You can do, Commander Cody or Captain Rex, and they're blue or they're orange colour scheme. And so I was just thinking to myself, oh, yeah, that's okay. And then you go to Rebels, and you go, actually, Rebels are much more of an open palette.
Yeah, and the miniatures are, theoretically speaking, a lot more interesting as well.
Yeah, they are.
Those
they really
miniatures
are.
are beautiful.
And I think we'll come to colour schemes later.
We
I'll
will,
tell you why I got super excited about Rebels, and now I am super happy to play Rebels, because the colour schemes are, it's going to be cool.
Yep, what colour scheme are you going to... Oh, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We won't go there yet, because... boom. Perfect. We'll actually get to it right now. Yeah, go nuts.
What theme are you going to be painting your miniatures?
Yeah, so for the Stormtroopers, actually I'll get to them in a second. For the Rebels, I'm going to go kind of a Rogue One look.
Yeah.
That kind of, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? They're almost... Sandy, but it's not desert.
No.
It's kind of more modern.
With like the little stripes they have there.
Yeah. So watch Rogue One if you haven't already. I think the movie has its issues, but it's great for other reasons.
Oh, yeah.
But mainly watch it for what the Rebel or the Resistance, whatever. Rebel Alliance.
It was Rebels at the time.
Rebels at the time, not
Resistance.
Resistance. And what they look like, that's my fault.
Yeah, I really like them. So when I got into it, I was thinking to myself, okay, so what's going to be on the table? What are we mostly going to see? And as you can see here, it's desert. And I was thinking, well, maybe they're going to do an indoor theme. That's actually a lot harder.
Indoor tables are all over the place, though.
Are they?
Yeah. General Games has an indoor table just ready to go, ready and raring.
Yeah.
So, but I think the Rogue One scheme will look good in a forest.
Oh, yeah.
I think it'll look fine.
Yeah.
Because you got that kind of khaki look, and it's half brown, half green.
Well,
perfect.
I'll get to this. This is great.
Yep.
So I thought to myself, oh, okay, so what am I going to do? I want to do something a bit different with my miniatures. I don't want them just be a plain colour. So I thought, well, I'll do camo. I actually threw this out.
That's a ballsy move.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun. It's going to look garbage. So I thought to myself, what am I going to do to make this camo, and where can I take inspiration from? Like Bolt Action, they show how to do camo and all this.
Yep.
So I went to look through history. Desert combat. In my opinion, I thought to myself that most tables will be desert themed because Tatooine and these buildings look great.
And that was iconic, and they're so easy.
Exactly right. And I thought I'll do desert themes. So I went back to looking through wars and history and when they would come out, and I thought early 90s Afghanistan American military war.
Yep.
And they have a three color camo, which is actually super easy to paint. It's just khaki with slightly darker khaki and then a little black line, and that's sort of it. And I thought, hey, that's really cool. Then I looked into the history of it, and I found out that when they were deployed to Afghanistan, they did not have the equipment for it. So half of their equipment is desert themed and half of their equipment is like woodland themed.
Excellent.
So I was like, well, if I do go onto a woodland map, I will be ready for it. So I'll be having like all their outfits, like their clothing, their fatigues will be desert themed, but all their equipment will be woodland themed.
That's awesome. So your army's theme is logistically unprepared,
which I think fits really well for Rebels.
That's fantastic. No, I have no problem with that. Who's got time to repaint your vehicles, right?
Exactly.
No, that's really cool. Yeah. So how are you going to paint your landscaper then?
I don't know. I've been thinking about the last
couple of days.
Because
Theme on that would look interesting.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I'll just get two.
I didn't use the word good. Yeah. Ballsy. Once again, ballsy move.
Yeah. I will do me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the ATRs at the moment and how to do desert theme for that.
Yep.
But then again, I might just for the actual vehicles, I'll probably just make it a plain colour.
Yeah, that plain light brown kind of colour looks really good when it's weathered, and it's just so easy and simple.
Just
and it can go on any map. And it looks fine. Yeah, cool. Okay, so Imperials, the way I'm theming my Imperials is I think I'm going to go, they're called the 21st Nova Corps. Are you deep into Star Wars lore? How deep have you delved?
I'm diving pretty deep, but I can't tell you what they are.
Yeah, okay, cool. So these were the guys that were held in reserve with the Imperial forces during the Clone Wars. I shouldn't say Imperial, I should say the Republic, there we go, during the Clone Wars. And they were kind of to go into Arctic or really severe desert environments.
Oh, cool.
They first held in reserve, but people learned to fear them because they were extremely ruthless and elite and blah, 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 blah.
Is that the purple thing it was?
They're kind of reddish. So it's white and reddish.
Mundi. Big-headed dude, like big cone-head guy.
He's the guy that gets shot down by him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
I do know them!
Yes, good. So they're snowtroopers, essentially.
Yes.
But they're clone snow people. But my idea is just a all snowtrooper army in this red and white scheme.
Yeah.
How good would that look?
It would look great.
It looks so good. So I think my basic stormtroopers, I'll just do them white.
Yeah.
But I think all of my snowtroopers, we're going to do that white and red scheme.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I like that. If you want to know more about them, search Imperial Marines. Republic Marines or Imperial Marines, and there's a YouTube channel I think that has talked about. That's how I know about them.
Yep, very good. Yeah. So that's my plans. I don't know if I'll go deep into like theming my ATST to have like red on it, but maybe some red markings.
Like a nice stripe or something down the
side.
side.
Nothing too much, but just something to tie it all together and be a bit different.
I like it. Release power levels.
Yeah.
Wait, this is a question for me.
Yeah, what do you think is going to be good?
ATST is going to be really good.
It's going to be really good.
They're going to be really good.
And you'd hope so for 225 points or whatever once you kit it out.
They're going to be silly good.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I originally thought ATSTs would be a lot more powerful than they are. Mm-hmm. What's their hull level? 8?
8. 11. 8 is their, what are we calling it? The cog. The resistance or something.
And they have 11 health.
Yep.
Okay. So that's half the cog. That's twice the amount as an AT-RT.
Yep.
Which is
almost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which has 6 and 4.
Yep.
I think AT-RTs are going to be pretty cool.
I think AT-RTs are going to be the most powerful.
Yeah.
Unit on the tabletop.
Coming out of there, like those flamer hits. 2 dice for every minute you have. It just wipe all of them.
I'm so excited about flaming
That's
swords.
going to be great.
It's actually going to be that. I will always run, and I say this now, and you can hold me to this. I will always run an AT-RT with a flamethrower.
It looks
in every single game that I play. Yeah. Is it the best option? No.
Probably not.
No, it is not. The laser cannon, I think, or whatever it's called, is 100% the best option. But it's a giant flamethrower. So...
It cares not for where you place your troops.
That's it. It'll run towards you and flame you up. But the best thing about the AT-RT is running them, I think, bare. Because in close combat, they have 3 red dice.
Thought about that. Especially they're 55 points, and you can run, 3 of them for 175, and that's nothing.
That maths just does not add up.
Doesn't? No, 165.
There we go. Classic X-Wing play. You get to 100 points and it starts getting...
Yeah, that's actually a good point. So for not even the cost of an ATST, you have 3 of them, and they can hold objectives.
Oh, sometimes I don't. It maybe never. So most of the objective, and this is where you fall down. So and where your ATSTs will fall down. Most of the objective-based missions say that it's your troops, trooper units specifically, which means your leaders and your core units. Are the ones, and maybe special forces units that will come out eventually, are the ones that can hold objectives. So people are all, they're going to chuck their ATST down and be like, there's a quarter of my army and it's going to kill stuff. Yeah, great. They can't hold any of the objectives in points.
That's a good point.
So balance is going to be important, but I believe those bare ATRTs can at least get into enemy units and mess them up and stop them from claiming.
Yeah, they're still going to have
disrupting,
to
if you will.
spend their time shooting at them when they have quite a bit of defense.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. They're pretty hard. So that's my thoughts, and yeah, we concur.
Other than that, the snow speeder, that'll be pretty good.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's only got 7 health.
That's true. That's true. I like the idea of running a snow speeder in front of an ATST, making it turn this way, and then ioning it, so it has to spend its turn doing this.
Yeah, and not shooting. I'm super excited about ion cannons, or whatever they're called. I'm going to ion the shit out of all kinds of stuff. My rebel troopers will run a lot of ion. So
same.
maybe it'll be a waste of time. Maybe it won't. We'll have to wait and see.
What was the maths on the machine gun? It was like
The
1.5?
The Z6 or Z2, whatever it's called. Yeah, 1.5 hits from those 5 dice.
20 points for 1.5 hits.
Yeah, 22. But then I rethought. I actually thought about this a couple of days ago. I'm like, at 22 points, don't forget you're getting another body for that, which is 10 points. So theoretically, you're only playing 12 points for the weapon. Then it becomes a little better.
I do need to ask you your thoughts on grenades and how they work.
Yeah, so we don't know yet.
Okay.
Is the answer to that. At least I haven't been able to work it out. I think it'll be an extra dice. It'll just be an extra dice.
Just one extra dice on top of all of them?
Yep.
So it's going to be like you have your 6 dice and then you add 1.
Yep.
I think so too.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be each guy gets to throw a grenade.
5 points is... That's a bit much. Like, if every single person was...
Yeah. Every single person is not going to get...
normal, and then also the grenades for 5 points.
Yeah. It may be instead of your normal weapon.
I
can see that.
Yeah, because then all that does is add an extra, an extra ability to that weapon.
Yeah, unless you're a Stormtroopers, in which case it's really
better.
good. Yeah, much better.
Yeah.
So it could go either way. I'd be fine with it going either way. It won't be in a incomplete edition. It may be that 1 dice edition. It won't be 5 dice because you got 5 troopers in addition to their weapons. That'd be insane. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Yes.
But either way, I think they'll be worth including grenades for 5 points. Unless you're running real skim and you need an extra 15 points for who knows what, that extra dice would come in handy. Thoughts? All right, we are up to
Last question.
Just what are your thoughts on Wave 1 in its entirety and what FFG have decided to release?
I think they're iconic.
Yep.
I think they're very good. I am a little bit concerned about, with X-Wing, there's a running gag about the T-65. No one runs it because it's just not very good.
Is that the blue X-Wing?
No, it's a red X-Wing.
Red X-Wing.
T-70 is the blue X-Wing. But so there's a running joke that it's just not good because it came out first. And it was so iconic, and it has to come out first. It's X-Wing, the miniatures game. Funny story that I think they're going to fix it in this new release that they showed, but they didn't tell us what it is.
I heard that rumor. Yeah.
There's definitely S-foils in that pack, but we can't read them. So
I'm okay with a Wave 1 of something being a little weaker.
Yeah.
Because Magic is famous for releasing these crazy powerful cards like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever, and the game since they can't play it in a certain format because they're so broken. You don't want to release and you've got to test and adjust. You've got to work out how your game plays because playtesting is one thing, but there's no comparison for 20 playtesters versus the whole world having a game.
For sure.
So Wave 1 will always be, I think, quite conservative in what they release, just like your TIE Fighters and your X-Wings.
Yeah.
And I'm super okay with that.
The only concern I see with that is that, in a year and a half's time, we're going to see no Stormtroopers on the field.
It'd be a shame.
Yeah.
But FFG do a really good job of revitalising
Yes.
it, like they have with X-Wing with so many ships.
Yeah.
Like the Star Viper, I think I was listening to one of your episodes, and the Star Viper is going to be good again.
It is good. It is good again. They've fixed all those problems, which is funny. They fixed the Star Viper, not the T-65 or whatever.
But yeah, they're able to do it, and they have done it. So I don't think
it's to be a big problem either, because all you have to do is re-release them with a new weapon, and then suddenly they're good again.
Yep. Yeah, sure. What I was really fascinated about Wave 1 was the geographic specific troops. I did not sit and do it. I did
Snowtroopers.
I did a video, and I talked about Snowtroopers and whether I thought they were going to be released, and I'm like, surely not. Like, it makes no sense. And then they just did it, because FFG do what they want. What's your thoughts on that?
I like the fact that you decided to make the Marines. And with an all-purpose ones.
Yep.
I think you're going to see a few people trying to do that, but then again, they're white, so it's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Geographically, I don't see there to be many for rebels, except for the Echo-based troopers.
Yeah, but I mean, Echo Base, when you paint them in a certain scheme, look fine, I guess. And I guess the Fleet Troopers,
they're Marines.
They're Marines, so they're only meant to be on a spaceship. But I mean, spaceships land, they go on
I'm going to paint mine in camo.
Really? So, excellent, very good. I'm going to build a table that's a spaceship.
I love that idea. I love it. I mentioned this in a Facebook. I want there to be just like a hangar, because comparatively, if this is the size of Chewbacca, then which is the Millennium Falcon's like yay big.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And so that would be great as this terrain, like being able to move through. That'd be so cool.
Yeah. So I was thinking attentive
Yep.
Or whatever you want, Corellian Corvette, just the inside of it. It's this thick. Maybe it has rooms off to the sides.
With a
it
nice
has
long
central
hallway
corridors.
in the center.
Maybe they're curved. Well, I feel like it's curved in the movie.
I feel like it is too. Yeah.
And
it absolutely is actually.
And I'm thinking, why? Why is it
I
curved?
think it's for the shot.
Yeah, exactly. To make it look interesting as they run around it.
Yeah.
Because why would a ship that small? How do they put curved corridors? Either way, I might try and make it curved. But I also might not. But then, of course, you've got one long fire.
Yeah,
whatever.
absolutely.
But in the rooms, off to the sides, I'm going to put some of them with holes in them so you can move from rooms so you're not in this central fire corridor. And just that's it's a dream of mine.
It'll be a really good plan.
And then just having a fleet trooper army. Just dedicated to this table.
Yeah. So. Just 6 of them.
Yep, big
that's
plans.
it.
Yeah, that's it. Just those guys and Leia.
They'd love it because of their abilities to just be range 1 to 2, and because you're disrupting that field of fire so much, you can just be like, well, I'm in my element.
Yep.
Which I guess is a great thing.
That's the point, right? That's the point. So yeah, I'm okay with it. Some people thought it was a bit weird, and they're now like up in the air. How do I base my miniatures? How do I paint my snowtroopers? Can I play snowtroopers on a desert map? Of course you can. They're actually, is it hazardous environment troopers? Is their official name? Something like that. So they're not just for snow people. They could be on a chemical waste planet. They could be in a swamp area with poisonous gas, which is another idea for a table I'm doing. So yeah, don't stress about it.
It's 100%. Don't stress about like putting your miniatures in. Oh no, my snow miniatures are on a desert map. That's not what they're supposed to be. That's fine.
Yeah,
no worries.
Yeah, maybe just with the basing. Don't do snow basing. Be kind of somewhere in the middle, maybe, unless you're going to have a whole snow army.
Which would be cool.
It'd be amazing, yeah.
If you are basing, I would recommend that you try and keep your basing uniform.
Yeah, and simple.
Yeah, and simple. It's there's a lot of YouTube clips out there to help you with that if you need help.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of just kind of lighter browns that don't look too bad on any table, whatever you run.
And then just a little bit of flocking. Oh, yeah, look at me. Yeah, done.
If you're on a snow table, just get a little snow flock and just sprinkle it.
Yes,
sprinkle it on. You're good to go. Or don't. No one cares. If people have been doing it in the miniature world for years, no one freaks out about it. Relax, Star Wars nerds. It's going to be okay. No one's going to have a conniption. And that's pretty much everything we came to talk about Legion today.
I did want to ask you one more thing.
Oh, let's do it.
What do you want to come out in the first year? Give me 4 things.
4 things. Jeez, I haven't even thought this far ahead. All right, let's see. There's got to be Han Solo.
Yeah, 100%.
And I want to see Chewbacca come with him, but we'll count that as one.
Do you reckon that'd come as one? That would be cool.
They'd have to, surely.
Yeah.
If I were FG, I would release them as one little pack with both of them, and they'd have rules that complement each other, and it would just be awesome. So that's my thoughts on that.
I like that.
I'd like to see a repulsor tank of some description.
Yep.
I don't care if it's for Imperials or Rebels. Maybe it could be for both. Here's a good way, FG, to get some sales. Release a tank that can be a Rebel tank or an Imperial tank, depending on the crew and the way you paint it. Because Rebels would be taking over Imperial equipment.
They absolutely would. They wouldn't be blowing that up. They can keep it,
Yeah, for sure. So I'd like to see a repulsor tank of some description. Scout troopers.
Oh, 100%. Yep. Snipers or actually troopers?
With both. Why not both?
Why not both?
Why not both, indeed? Yeah, just a trooper unit with a few snipers in it.
That'd be cool.
Why not? And lastly, I want to see a Rebel Commando unit. Some kind of special forces for Rebels.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, that's my thoughts. Anything more that you just you need?
Wookiees.
Okay, yes. A
So,
whole Wookiee unit.
Wookiees, currently there is close range.
Yep.
There is a close range thing, but no one really uses it aside from the Jedi. I would like to see a core unit or a specialist unit that is built for... Look at that. That's terrifying.
Imagine a unit of Wookiees with giant axes.
You know what's about to happen.
yeah. Snowtroopers in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, it's just...
Yeah.
I think that'd be a really good way to really complement, like round out the rule set, because you have that close range ability to happen. Other than that, I would like to see snipers.
Yep.
As elites, just like, can place them after everything's been placed or whatever, and then they have the range of like 2 to 5 or whatever.
Yeah, you know what I love about Legion is that the max range of everything except for some battle cards and the mortar is 4.
Yeah.
So that's 24 inches. That's your max range for pretty much everything. In 40k, your max range is for a lot of stuff like 36 inches, 48 inches, more. So it doesn't involve maneuver on the table. Whereas when your max range is 24 inches, you're going to have to move around, engage. It becomes a lot more tactical with your movement. So super appreciate that.
Yeah. So and the way they're built defensive, getting behind terrain, I really like that ability to just remove 2 hits. It's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, and it really does focus on tactical advancement. When do I move forward? Do I not shoot just so I can be 12 inches closer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and test games I've done on TDS, I've very much decided not to shoot to get it to cover. It's a thing. So
I would like to see some sort of troop transport.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because a lot of the fleet troopers, because their range is so limited, they've only got range 1 and 2. They need to be there. But to get them there is a game.
I love the Clone Wars era, those dropships.
Yes.
I love those. If we had some kind of like repurposed dropship something or another that was like yay big, super achievable, like with fleet troopers in it,
it'd be great.
That'd be amazing.
It'd be so good.
Oh, yeah.
There's also there's a sort of an open top commando carrier that has wheels. That the rebels actually used. They took them from the Republic.
Cool.
And that would be a good get them in place.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think I was supposed to say one more. Echo troopers, because of course they're going to come.
Oh yeah, snow troopers.
Yeah.
Yeah, for rebels. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, we'll 100% get them. Wave 2. I'm putting money on it right now.
Yeah.
It's coming. Yeah.
Any commanders that you want to see? Oh, you've already said Han Solo.
Han Solo. From the Imperial side, jeez.
I really like that they added Veers.
This is great.
He is.
And I just love... Well, I want to see generic commanders.
Yes.
That's what I want to see. More than any other Imperial special person, I want to see generic officers.
How many points would you ever say?
Well, I mean, this is 90, which is pretty cheap. I mean, that's great. But if I were able to pay like 60 points for a generic commander who was kind of rubbish, but then you get to have more ATSDs in your force, same for the rebels. I'd be happy with that. I'd be super happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got nothing more.
I think that wraps us up. So hopefully you've enjoyed our musings and our rantings. When Legion gets a little closer to releasing, or in the near future, I'll be jumping on Hell of a Pilot.
You will.
To have a chat with the boys. I do love a good podcast and a good rant. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, should I say? No, it's on you. May the Force be with you. I can't help myself.
I know. I've never been able to say that.
Yeah.
I've never said
With a straight face?
With a straight face. I can't do it.
Try it right now.
May the Force be with you.
That was pretty good. Bye-bye. Bye.